Hello, Aniko here, and welcome to a gameplay commentary on my Glacial hammer build, the build I'm currently playing the most in the Abyss League. Many of you seem to like this build, and I personally really like it myself, so let's do another video on it and see what improvement I have done since the last video. This build is still very powerful, I will still consider. I haven't getting, I think the highest level map I played so far, because as usual, I had not the best luck with maps. And I had worked quite hard of getting my survivability up, and I now almost got 5,000 life. Actually, I could easily get 5,000 life right now, but I have some fail notes I had to take in a skill tree to be able to use my gear properly. And by fail notes, I mean I had to take some dexterity notes. But I only have them temporarily. I, of course, going to show the skill tree, as I always do. And I'm currently playing on the Shaper Graveyard map. And look what we find here. Let's take the bosses directly. Let's see if we can burst them down. Oh yeah, they're taking damage. And there we go, I took some damage myself, but I don't care. And we find that one. Well, this is not a high level map by any means, but you can see that damage be quite good indeed. Let's kill some more enemies. And actually, I think this video I'm doing right now will be my second last video for this year. This year is soon going to be to an end. And it has been an awesome year for me, at least. I hope it's been a good year for you as well that are watching. But I'm not going to talk too much about that. Let's see if we can actually clear this map here a little bit efficient. Well, as efficient as my connection allows me, but it's not that bad actually. I think this skill doing its fair amount of work of actually increases my lag a little bit when I'm using it. But I haven't had this fun with a skill in a long time. It has been very fun to play this. But as I said, I don't really know yet how good this build when I come up to really high level maps like tier 14 and higher. And I still think I want to say my damage is good, but I don't know how my survivability will be. And I know that if I would to do this build as a Slayer, it would probably be better, because I could use just a two-handed weapon. I would use a staff, have better block chance, and probably better damage as well. But the reason I choose to go champion is only, and a stupid reason that is, I wanted to do something that wasn't a Slayer. I just wanted to do, well, a non-Slayer build. And I don't want to do another Gladiator build, because I have done too many of them as well, so sometimes you just want to do something different. And Champion is not a bad choice in my opinion. The permanent fortify do make a difference when it comes to survival. I have half and half thinking about if I should or should not try to use Abysses in this build. I am tempted to do it, just to see if I can get some ridiculous damage off it, but I know this build doesn't going to have the survivability to use Abysses. Currently not right now with the gear I have. If I get up to like 5,000, 6,000 life, well, then I can start considering it, but when I'm using Abysses, I very much want to have a good amount of block chance. I want high block chance, so if I'm gonna go Abysses with a build like this, I'll probably just drop dual wielding and just go for a shield one instead. Unfortunately, I can't use my favorite shield. If many of you watching a lot of my videos, you probably know what shield it is, but I have it on screen right now. That shield is my favorite shield in the game. Hits can't be evaded. Probably is that shield costs like 3 exalts in the current league, which are so much more expensive than I originally think it would be. So that is a no-no. That's actually, that cost 3 exalts. It's actually more currency than this entire build have cost me so far. This build have been very cheap. This one of the weapons I have got this build, the 2 weapons I'm using, cost about 1 or 2 exalt each. And I still wrecking things. Well, I wanna say I wrecking things. Still pretty much one-hit things. So, I'm gonna stop talking about the build. Let's just clear this pack here with these enemies. And then we can... actually gonna show my gear and all of that. And see what you think about it. And I'm always up for suggestion. I know one jewel I would love to use. I don't know the name of it, but all shield enemies have cold damage penalty 20% of shield enemies resistance. I would love to use that amulet, but again, that amulet is very expensive. Let's put some stuff here, and let's actually take a look at my gear right now. So I'm gonna stop at showing my gear I'm currently using. I have used so many offhands, I can't even count them. I used everything from daggers in the beginning. Then I used a claw, which was agony. Or what should I call agony? I don't know. A unique claw. And now I'm using this sword because I figured out, well, I want some more crit multiplier. And a foil or a rapier is pretty much the best I could get for a cheap amount of currency. This one cost me the extreme total of 2 chaos. It was not so much. Actually, this is a decent sword in on itself. It doesn't have a good crit chance, but other than that, it's actually a quite decent sword in on itself. And of course, the weapon I'm currently using is this one. This one is actually fairly powerful, I want to say. They have a lot of physical damage, crit chance, and decent attack speed. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's a little bit late. I'm using this helmet with accuracy on. I'm using this armor, which are the same armor I had to my bow character before. I'm using this amulet here, these rings. I want to go for some damage on my rings and amulets. And these are not expensive at all. This one I paid 1 chaos for. This belt here was a little bit more expensive, it cost me like 10 chaos. And I think it's worth it. Give me a ton of damage. I'm using Calm's Root, which are always awesome, and I can't get chilled when I'm using this one. It's just a good pair of boots. I have this flask here. I have a bleeding flask. I often die to bleeding like 3 times because I always forget to actually equip a bleeding flask. I actually did it. I have a diamond flask. I self-found the Ciri's promise. I kill that Ciri and I get this flask. And I'm just using a Quicksilver flask because I love Quicksilver flask. So let's take a look at the most interesting part, the skill tree. I still not ascended the 4th time because I still can't find the last trial. I just need one more trial and I can do the endgame labyrinth. And I can't find it. But I hope I find it sometime. Anyway, this is how my skill tree looks like. It's quite the same as the one before. I actually tried, I talked about a fail note before. And here is the fail note. I know this one and this one are completely useless for me to have actually. I don't really need them. And I would much more prefer to take this strength note here. Because strength is always better than dexterity in my book. Because it gives both life and damage. But this sword here have very high dexterity requirement. So I have to take these 2 dexterity just to use this sword here. Later I'm going to get that dexterity on some of my rings or something like that. So that's why I have these fail notes here. Oh, I'm tired. Then I went this way up here. I have twin terrors, fencing, big skin. If I remember, I'm going to put a link to the skill tree in the description so you can find it if you want to look at it for yourself. And in my older version I had Bonebreaker and Skullcracking, but then I discovered that, Bonebreaker for example, if I just took this note here, this small note here, give me more damage, at least in core to the tooltip DPS, give me more damage than Bonebreaker did. So I just drop all of these notes here. I took it on some dual damage, and now I'm just gonna go for either physical damage or melee physical damage, or something that gives damage to dual wielding. Not gonna go for a specific like this ones any longer. And that's pretty much my skill tree. Again, in my ascendancy skill tree, I still have the same as before, and when I level up, when I finally find the last one I need, the last trial, I'm going to take the first strike and last to fall. So that's my current skill tree. If you have any ideas about my skill tree or something like that, please let me know. And by the way, something I soon gonna try to upgrade is this 6-linked armor. It's a quite good armor, and I actually stole this from my bow character in the same league. So it's a stolen armor for my own character. But I want to upgrade this one. I want more defensive out of it. But it is decent. It was cheap. That's the most important thing. Anyway, this is my gear and this is this character. I hope you guys like this. Tell me comment what you think about it, and I see you guys next time.